I did it! I finished an October challenge perfectly in time with 6 prompts. Also take that as a top. Welcome, esteemed guests, to Webtoon Inktober. For those who are regulars in the void, you must know that I have a webtoon, because I will not shut up about it. I've been waiting for the event to be reaching its end for me to make this video showing my thought process in speed paint for all the pieces, and here it is! If you're interested in the characters, the link to the comic will be in the description and pinned comment, and if you're interested in my content, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Which felt way more comfortable for me to do than the original Inktober since it's, weekly. There are 6 prompts. How on earth is that weekly? So, Webtoon Inktober. As you could have guessed by the name, it is an event held by Webtoon itself, more specifically Webtoon Canvas, where every Webtoon creator is free to participate, and at the end of each prompt they hold out a sort of compilation shouting out a bunch of creators' works and their webcomics. I'm usually not great at these kind of challenges because I need some time to let the idea spin in my head before coming up with something actually good, so I don't like working on a time crunch, but the small amount of prompts and the huge time limit between them gave me the motivation to do it. Aside from the chance of being shouted out, that's always good. I feel like it should be appropriate for me to talk about this during the first moments of the video, but I set up some ground rules for this challenge specifically. Not exactly ground rules, it's just that Carter, Python, Lila, and Nameless will be the only ones who are featured because they're the only ones who have designs I'm happy with. There will be 2 more for the main characters, but I haven't decided on their designs yet, so they got left out this time. I am planning to turn their redesigning process into a video, so stay tuned for that. But enough yapping, let's get to the art. Some of these prompts are pretty quick and straightforward, so I don't think the long process, just like the ones being shown on screen right now, is really necessary, so I'll go back to my old speed paint ways. You let me know, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to see the process being recorded like this, or do you prefer the speed paint? Because I've been kind of switching them around. Alright, switching at 3, 2, 1. The first prompt is Fallcraft Night, and I have no idea what that meant. I'm assuming that's an American thing, but I'm not American, so I don't know which country they were basing the prompt list off of. But anyways, after researching the theme a little bit, I found out that it's a gathering in October. I don't know if it's at the start or not, but it's Halloween themed, I suppose, where people just get together and do some spooky arts and crafts, and that sounds really fun. For this prompt, I explored Carter and Python's dynamics a little bit. So I made Python keep taunting Carter with her finished yarn ghost. Carter is very annoyed, but he would 100% do the same, don't doubt that. And that's prompt 1. Okay, so I was traveling while doing the prompts 2 and 3, and I did record the process, but it's in my tablet, and I don't know if I can export it to the computer. They are very heavy, the files are very heavy, so here's just the images, it's fine. These are Flannel Festival and Bonfire Bash. Yay. Anyway, the next prompt is as a scarecrow. And this one, I had a vision for this one. I read scarecrow on the prompt list and instantly thought of Wizard of Oz. So that's what I did. I did a Wizard of Oz AU of my OCs. And even sketched them out before making the main piece. Look at that. So my main idea was to make Carter a scarecrow and have him be really efficient at his job. And Lila as the Dorothy of the story. And I even made a little scene with them, a little mini comic, a little comic strip, I don't know the name specifically, where he's being very efficient at his job in scaring the crows away, and Lila's just staring like, yep, that's the person I'll be working with. Fantastic. And guess what? This one got featured in the compilation! Yippee! Next up is Renaissance Fair and... I'll be honest, I didn't have a lot of energy while I was making this, but it was the last day of the prompt and I had to get at least something out. So I gave Lila a different set of clothes and made her look like she's from a fantastical world, she's from a fantasy world. I feel like in a fantasy setting, Lila would either be a spellcaster or a knight. And I think spellcaster fits more with her powers, so yeah. Not my favorite, but I wouldn't have finished the challenge if it wasn't for it, so I'm still happy. Look at me, actually doing thumbnails! This is the 6th and last prompt, Spooky Forest. It's the prompt I was the most excited about. I feel like Nameless would be very fitting for a spooky setting, so that's what I went with. I took some heavy inspiration from Slay the Princess, from the Moment of Clarity, aka one of the best routes in the game, just because of the amount of lore it gives you. But anyway, except for the trees, the environment is the same as the Nameless realm. And also the trees are made of glass. Because mirrors, everything in the story is mirrors. It's the whole deal. I don't usually draw spooky environments like this, or any environments at all, but I'm quite proud of how this one turned out. As I'm recording this, the compilation for the Spooky Forest theme isn't out yet, so I don't know if I've been featured or not, but we'll just leave it at that. And that's all from me for today. Thanks for staying till this far, and comment which prompt was your favorite, and until we meet again!